Curious about the real cost behind those picture-perfect wedding details? Want to know more about Dreams Natura's most stunning wedding venues? Watch as we uncover everything you need to know with Dreams Natura's wedding team. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Destination Wedding Planning Show. Today, as you can see, we have some VIP guests. We are at Dreams Natura. This is a master suite and they are pampering us since we arrived. They are not only our colleagues from the weddings world, they are also our friends. Edith.
Cecile, it's very nice to have you here again. So my name is Edith and I'm the wedding specialist from Dreams Natura.
And we also have Denise.
Hi, my name is Denise. I am the weddings manager at Dreams Natura. We are so happy to have you here, Cecile.
Thank you. And myself, Cecile, I'm part of the sales team at Hola Weddings. And we have been working with Dreams Natura for a long time. So this is going to be a very fun episode. We want you to enjoy it. You can leave some comments in the comment section because here we have the experts to answer all your questions. Let's start with some activities. So we have this beautiful basket, courtesy of Dreams Natura Weddings team. And we have some scenarios that we want to let you know so you can give us your advice for couples. What should they do in regards of picking their wedding venue?
Their venues, okay.
Okay, you are the expert, so let us know. 100 people, mostly adults. They're looking for something different, but they want something with ocean view.
Me.
Yes, the lady. The lady
Okay.
to my...
So my favorite venue for this scenario would be for the ceremony, the over-the-water platform. So the infinity pool, they do want the ocean view, maybe don't want to step on the sand. And we're one of the few resorts that has this over-the-water platform at the infinity pool. We can feature more than 200 people at this venue for ceremony. So I would do the ceremony over there. And then the cocktail hour at the pool terrace, which is beautiful. It's in between two pools, so you feel like kind of like on an island thing. And then the reception on the deck, I love how the texture of the wooden deck, like the colors of the wooden deck, contrast with the tables, with the chairs. You have this nice breeze, all ocean view, all ocean front, unobstructed. I love that for a reception. But if they want something different, considering that they are mostly all adults and they want to keep something more like party
serious
vibe, serious vibe. No serious, but different
party
vibe. Yes. Then I would do the after party at the spa. We have the cave. Yes, and we have a promotion.
We have a photo. We have a photo here.
Yes.
Who's the photo?
We have the cave, and what I love the most is the dual or double personality of the spa. So in the morning, it's more like relaxed and zen. And in the evening, it's completely different. It's like Hannah Montana, no?
Best of both Miley Cyrus.
Yes, exactly. In the evening is the after party. It's not like your regular ballroom. You're in like a cenote, more like a rave.
Cave,
It's a cave. Yes, it's a cave. Totally different scenario. And guess when they get there, it's like a speakeasy. You get through the the locker room. They don't know what to expect.
Yes.
When you open the door and it's the cave, the cenote, they're like, wow.
You know what? That's actually a very good way to explain it, like a speakeasy, because in some point you don't expect to see that when you get in the spa, for sure. At this point, I really hope that our audience, they already know about the spa cave because it's super famous in this resort. But if you don't worry. We are here. We can show you photos, videos. They, as you mentioned, they do spa services during the day, but at night, that's where you have to have a party.
Yes, and you know what? Like Cecile, that will be our signature experience. It only happens at Dreams Natura. You will only be able to experience that here.
It's unique. And something that I really like about what you were mentioning about like over the water and then the pool terrace is that you are so close. You don't need golf carts. You don't need to walk long distances with your dress and everybody all dressed up and heels. You actually are a few steps from the venues, which is fantastic. We have had so many couples asking us about that because that's something they get concerned with big groups, right?
That's something that I like to explain a lot because I take like the first call and the first contact with the couple, and that's something that I do explain because I have worked in resorts that they have 1,000 rooms. 1,200. So you know that the logistics have to be through golf carts. Then you need to manage the time to see guests or to expect guests to be ready like 1 hour before the ceremony with the heat, with the humidity. Plus, it's very hard like to have the group join together besides the ceremony or besides the reception. Like you get to see your people at the restaurants, at the pool. You get to enjoy them better when you have like the right property, like the right size, if you want to be with them, obviously.
You never know. You never know. If I could tell you things. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's one of the main things of this property that makes it really unique, that as it is in a U shape, everything happens in the center of the resort, which is very convenient for big groups. That way you avoid your uncle getting lost, asking for a margarita at the bar, right?
Getting to another wedding.
Crashing another wedding.
Oh my God, yeah, that happens a lot. So this is just a very good way to see things, that you have that perk, that everything is close by.
Very convenient. Yes, it's very convenient, great for multi-generational weddings, for kids, for elders, everyone. Everyone feels welcome, feels like home. I think that's the very best way to...
There's a spot for everyone.
Yes.
There's a spot for everyone.
To say.
Yes, and something really important, because remember, we're all about transparency. Let's keep in mind some important things about this package is that it's adults only, okay? So it's just keep in mind that you can have children at the wedding, but for the after hours, you don't really want children in there. So just keep that in mind. And it does come with an additional cost, but we have a promotion. So we're just gonna let you know, we're gonna put some information in here. Please tell me it's gonna be here. Okay, now let me grab another one. Thank you so much for your effort.
Now this is time for Eat It.
Okay, eat it. This is your moment. 60 people, ocean view, but not in the sand, and looking for some privacy. That's something important.
This is tough because I think that it's, in general, like all resorts are open, like the beach, it's open to everyone. And it's hard. Like
I think we can speak about semi-private venues when we are talking about a resort.
Use like more certain. Okay, so for ceremony, what I would recommend, it's the Blue Water Rooftop. It's this very nice venue that it's in the middle of the resort, but no one can see you, like from the ground
guests
floor.
in the back. That's
you have
perfect.
like amazing ocean view. You have the breeze at night. Any decor that you do there looks very like nice. It's amazing. For picture taking, it's also very nice. So really, depending on how many guests do you have at the end, this is a venue that we have used for both events. Like have ceremony, we have ceremony. Then we move guests to another venue for cocktail hour. And with the staff and the vendors, that we have an amazing team. They just, in 1 hour, they can change the atmosphere of the place and do a reception.
That's important.
On the same. Otherwise, if you have more, I would say like 30, 40 guests is the max that we can do for both events on the same venue. But the other venue that we have that is semi-private is the garden. The garden area, it has a space for up to 140 guests. Considering like a dance floor and very nice setup. So I would say 140, 150. Yeah, so this is a very nice spot. We have done very, very beautiful setups there. We have done the tent with a lot of lighting, a lot of flowers. So, and that's semi-private because we don't have really guests crossing by.
Yeah, it's not close to the pool area.
It's not close to the pool. Yeah, it's like very, close. And you still have, it looks like not, but you still have like an ocean breeze. Somehow. Somehow the breeze
Magic
comes
in the
through,
paradise.
Right? Yeah, it just comes through, and it's very, it's what I would recommend for people that is looking to have like more privacy.
That sounds great. I've seen photos and it looks really beautiful. That's the magic of weddings, that any venue can be upgraded with the correct things that you can add. with an arch, with some additional things. That's why, again, you have to ask the experts because they have been working here. They know how to keep everything in control so you can stay in budget, which is where we're going now, which is the most important part. I know you have been waiting for that at home. Don't worry, I got your back. Tell me, ladies, we're gonna ask you the most important question, which is how do couples know how much they're gonna spend in their wedding? We know there are wedding packages. We know there are wedding packages that are very complete, but we also know that there's always an additional.
Yeah.
tell
So,
us.
well, on that first stage, that's what I still communicate with the couples, and I start asking them like how many guests are they expecting and what venues they are looking for, because that's very important. Because at the end, if we have a couple or a bride that is set on the Infinity platform, that's since the beginning that has an additional charge on top of the package. So we need to consider that. So that's what I consider in the first scenario. Like how many guests and what venues do they want to have, or they
That's
really
like the first way to
start with the estimate.
budget.
Exactly. If you have, just to say an example, no, if you have like the Beyond Memorable package, and then you want to have the ceremony at the Infinity, and then you want to do the rooftop for reception, these two venues have an additional charge on top of the package. So if you do that, it's already like basic to say something, just the package and the venues that we're looking over, I would say like 20K or around.
Yeah.
Obviously it's lower if you do Eternal Love package, so it's going to go a little bit lower. But we need to consider, I would say like number of guests or the package, and the venues, it's the beginning.
Okay, that's great.
That's the beginning. And then from there, I always like to mention like the most common add-ons that couples need to consider. It's lighting option, DJ, and flower decor.
Yeah.
And, like flowers, it's something tough like to quote at the
Really
beginning,
tough, too.
because it's a price that it comes and goes like every season. Flowers are seasonal.
And what are you looking for?
What are
It's
you
not the
looking
same,
for?
just white roses and a whole production
Yeah,
Definitely.
with wildflowers,
Yeah, so it's something that you need to be very specific at, and especially with flowers. But there are many factors that comes with flowers, because I have brides that obviously love like the white look, clean, and then I quote, and it's like there's greenery in there, and the greenery is not white, and I was like,
yeah.
Like if you want everything like all to be flowers, obviously it's more expensive.
Yes. You need to add the greenery, girls.
You need to add the greenery a little
And
bit.
even
yeah.
it helps with the whole vibe.
Yes, it helps with the texture. I think that every venue is like a blank canvas, and that you can build everything. I like these ephemeral structures. I think that, for example, brides, they always come with some inspiration pictures. Some of them are with hydrangeas and peonies and very like seasonal and let's call them expensive flowers. And we can recreate the same scenario with local flowers that will resist the humidity, that won't wilt as a peony might do that. So that's where the communication with your wedding coordinator is very important. Like trust your wedding coordinator. They are here to help. They are here to help you fall within the budget. And I think that the transparency and the bond that you create with them is that will help you the most.
About additionals, I know we're talking about estimates, and I want to show our couples actually what they need to expect. They can see a beautiful photo. I will show it here, but we'll make sure to put it digitally in the podcast so you can see it. But take a look at this photo. It's at the beach gazebo, and it has some flowers. It has some upgraded chairs, some flowers. A regular guest might take a look at this and say like, oh, that's perfect. That comes with my wedding package. I'm afraid this has additionals on it. Those are hidden additionals. So that's why we have the experts to let us know what are those additionals in this photo.
Okay, so though in that picture specifically are flowers and chairs.
Flowers
Okay.
and Tiffany chairs.
Tiffany chairs. In there we have gold Tiffany chairs. Like these are around
$12.
each one.
12 USD.
So
each one.
Each one. And the flower arrangements, this really depends on the color, the type of flowers, and the size. So in here we can see that we are covering half of the gazebo.
Yes,
Okay.
just half of the gazebo.
Half of the gazebo, and I would say that's, what would you say? Like
Well, with these upgrades, a little goes a long way. Okay, so the Tiffany Gold chairs that you can see here, we can reuse them for the reception. So you don't have to pay twice for 2 sets of Tiffany
Oh, that's
chairs.
great.
No, same with the florals. Like we can use it for the aisle to mark the aisle, and it gives a different look when they are on the ground. Like with the deck, with the textures and the
the wood,
colors.
yeah.
And then we move them to the reception area. So when they are on the table, they look different, no? With the tables, whether they are wooden, whether they have like a white tablecloth, they look different. So again, we try to help you like within your budget, and a little goes a long way.
like even like all the flowers that we place in the gazebo, these are also taken to the reception to decor the guests, like the sweetheart table. So whatever you do for ceremony, I would say like 80% of what we do in the ceremony we reuse at the reception.
Definitely.
nice.
Definitely. We do that, and I think that it looks different. Well, it's a different setting, no? First within the ceremony, and then at the reception, it just looks different. It's the same florals, but
It's a
maybe you
different
can
location.
change the vase for this ceremony and change the vase for the reception, but it's the same flowers. Okay, so again, like the Tiffany Gold chairs, they are $12 each. You just pay once, and then we can reuse it for the reception. These florals that you can see on the aisle, they start at $185. It has baby red, it has white roses, and then the gazebo, it's covered half of the gazebo, which is a lot of labor, and it does come with a lot of flowers. So I would say this is somewhere around $1,800 or $2,000. But again, we can reuse
You
this,
can use it
and
later.
we can have it for the sweetheart table, maybe something like that.
I'm gonna say something like in girls' mat, in bride's mat. This is half the price because you're using it later, right? It totally makes sense for me. That's how I would present this to the groom. Or if somebody is helping you with, all these additionals, you can present them like, hey, it's actually half the price because you are reusing it for 2 events.
I love the girl math. I love your point of view.
Okay, now, second photo. I promise you, I'm on your side, or couples. You need to know that. So I'm going to ask them all the information we need so you can decide to book your wedding in this property. And hopefully for 2026. But we're open. Even if it's for 2028. I don't know. We will just
We have
put you
our
on the
books
waiting
open.
list. So yeah. So now we have another photo in here. And this is for our reception at the beach deck. We have some string lights.
Yes. I
We
love
have
the crossback.
flowers. Yeah.
Yes.
We have some upgraded chairs, wooden chairs.
Yeah, so in here we can see more like an atmosphere that matches perfectly the deck. Okay, so in here we have like the boho look that it gets like very into the season. We're just entering to that season. So in here we have wooden tables, we have crossback chairs, also wooden, and we have string lights with I think it's papel picado, right? Sun white. So in here, I would say like the chair, it's around 16 each one. Again, this is something that we use for the ceremony also. Okay, like the tables, these are around 500 each one, depending on the length and the type of material that it's done. And this is something that we also recommend, like for the deck, because it's very close to the ocean and you'll constantly have a breeze, like the ocean breeze. So we highly recommend to have tables with no tablecloths. Most of the times, that's what we recommend. Denise will help you with the rest.
Okay, so I think that she meant $500, like the table, the chairs, and maybe like the table setting that we have in here, because I don't know, it has flowers, it has some candles, it has like the charger plate. As you can see in this picture, like the backdrop that we used for the ceremony was reused for the reception. We just added some string lights, so it gives a different look, but at the same time, you're still using your flowers, right? So the string lights, papel picado. Yeah.
How much are the string lights?
String lights. Yes. So these are the bistro lights. They are like the first option. We also have fairy lights, and we also have like cascade lights. The string lights for a group of like 50 people is somewhere around $1,600. Yes, $1,600.
Nice add-on for a wedding,
Definitely.
I would say.
It gives you like this more intimate look for the reception, right?
And especially by the beach.
I know.
I just feel like you don't really need to add lots of things, but these kind of things, they make it worth it.
Definitely. Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So I hope you're taking notes. Anyway, we have the information for you, but it's just for you, again, to get an estimate in your head. And now you can make the decisions based on what's more important for you. Okay, and we have our final photo. This one, it's from my favorite venue, which it would be a ceremony over the water. You are known for this type of ceremonies, so please, this is your moment, girls. Make sure you take notes.
Okay, so this is like a venue that itself has a lot. We have like this amazing ocean view, and the pictures come amazing. Like in here, in this specific picture, we can see the arch, like the arch, the white arch that comes with the white
Veils.
that's included. That's part of the package, either Beyond or Eternal Love that comes with the package. And here really like the additionals that we see are the flowers. Okay, so the flowers, I would say like in this setup, it's around, I would say like 1,000.
Okay, for the flowers. And the most important question, girls, please let us know what can we expect about the over the water? Like what would be the additional cost for that setup?
Okay, so the additional cost that we have at the moment is $3,700 plus taxes. It's very important mentioning that if you're set on this venue and if you look to other, because we have done our homework, and in other venues, we know like setting up this platform, it's more expensive.
Yes, it is.
Like compared to other venues. So we are setting this price even for 2026. Okay.
You have now your reason to book for 2026. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so we're
great.
just respecting the price even for 2027. The price it said, but it's 3,700 plus taxes.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, yeah, girls, please take some notes, and grooms as well, because sometimes we need to control, the excitement of the girls. So it's okay. That's perfect. And also something really important that I want to mention is that you girls have a wedding tool, like a budget planner for the couples. How does that work?
Yeah, this is like an Excel spreadsheet. It's called Interactive Budget Planner, and we can provide this tool to the wedding couple so that they can get to know like the pricings for each item. They can do their homework maybe and just add the wedding package, additional location like that has rental fees, and it comes with pricings for chairs, tables, maybe not flowers because flowers are very specific, but just all the decor and items that you can add on that has like set pricing.
That's fantastic, and that's very, very helpful. So you send it to the couple, they fill out like making their Santa wish list, and then you send them the information.
Exactly.
To know.
You know what? Like when they first start planning their wedding, they usually have like a large number. Let's say 100 people, no? So they start filling it out and it comes like outrageous. But then as the months come in and the wedding date approaches, maybe they have a little bit of less people. So
yeah, you start reducing.
Yes. If they start reducing maybe the budget that they had allocated, instead of paying for the additional guests, they can now add on more flowers. They can add on the spa cave, the after party, something like that. So that's a very interesting and important tool that we can share with you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You have to keep in mind that things change. Like you start with an idea, but then with time, especially for destination weddings, they tend to reduce the guests that you invite, and actually around 60% may attend to the wedding. So with that additional budget that you would have, maybe you can add some additionals, right?
Yeah, and you're the expert, but I would say that 3 months before you get to know the
best way.
Yes, best numbers. So that's when the real wedding planning starts. Like we can assign a wedding coordinator from the beginning and we can start working with them. But 3 months before is where the real planning starts, with the final numbers, the final budget, and final decisions.
Which is something important to keep in mind as well. For destination weddings, this is the final part of the podcast, which is like questions that we know we have seen you ask in the Facebook wedding group that we have for Dreams Natura. And we also have received those questions from past couples. So it's when do I start my planning? Like I've signed my contract for 2027. When should I pick the flavor for the cake? And it's something we need to consider. It's not going to be something you do right away, not because you don't want to help them, but it's because in order to offer an estimated quotation, you need to know more realistically how many people is going to attend.
Specific, yeah. Like this is something since the beginning, and we know that this is like the first time that you're doing this and you have a lot of questions. And I always like to mention and to feel comfortable letting you know that we do this every week.
Every day.
Every day, 5 to 7 days a week. So we have all the vendors, we have, a whole staff prepared just to ready for whatever we ask. So I know that's something that gets couples nervous a little bit because, thinking that you cannot have like my chair because only with 3 months, it's something like, it's crazy to do a wedding within 3 months. But it's the expertise that we have, all the tools that we have. And also for this couple that really need or have the feeling to start in ahead, what I recommend is to come and do a planning visit. Come, know the property, meet your wedding planner, sit with her, talk to her, bring her your ideas. And they are so creative. They're so creative. So whatever you show them, they're going to create the event that you have even better than what you have in mind.
They're gonna guide you.
And you can go out, stay 3 days, 2 nights at the resort, and when you go back, you're going to feel much better, knowing that you have been heard, that your ideas are completely clear, and that your wedding coordinator is going to be, on top.
That's fantastic, and I'm so glad that you mentioned the vendors, because the vendors, it's a question they come with. You don't need to worry about vendors. You already work with amazing vendors, and you are working with them because they offer quality service, really important. They will show up to the wedding day, right? So you can just feel confident that they know what they're doing. That's why they have preferred vendors at the property. But we also have seen that some couples ask, like, I got a friend of mine that wants to be the minister for my wedding, if it's a symbolic wedding, right? Or I have my sister who is going to be my makeup artist. Can they do that?
Absolutely. I would say for the officiants, sometimes the wedding couples, and I've seen this more often, that the wedding couples like someone that is close to them or that knows their story from the beginning maybe. No, so they can bring their own officiant as long as they stay here and they can perform the ceremony. And as for the makeup artist, it's the same thing. As long as they stay here, we waive the vendor fee. It's gonna be a 3-night stay. We waive the vendor fee and they can do the hairdo and the makeup.
Okay, and I have a couple of questions. This is our final part of the podcast. Some questions from couples that they're looking to get married in here, or couples that have booked their wedding already, but they still are giving advice to other couples or asking for any inspiration. They are all part of the Facebook wedding group from Dreams Natura. We are the admins of that group, and we're very proud about it because it has been growing a lot. So thank you for all your support, for keep posting, for sharing your experience with this resort. It's the best way to get recommendations. When you see a happy couple sharing their experience, is the best way for everybody to fall in love with this property as much as we have fallen in love with
Definitely. We love our fans.
Hi. So we have a couple of questions. The first one would be, could you please tell me more about Dreams Natura location? Is it situated closer to Cancun or Riviera Maya? And some nearby attractions or activities for their guests.
Okay, so we are located 10 minutes away from the Cancun airport. If you're familiar with the Cancun airport, we are the first high inclusive collection, as if you're going south. I think that it's like a great key selling point, specifically for like guests with family or guests with kids. Since you're traveling like for 4 hours, 2 hours, I don't know, like 6 hours maybe. So it's very easy to get here. We are, again, as if you were going south to Puerto Morelos, but very close to either Cancun Hotel Zone, to Puerto Morelos, to Playa del Carmen. So there are a lot of activities to do. And yes, Grand Outlet, Riviera Maya, exactly. So we always have like tours that you can hire. They come here for you, they pick you up. So it's very easy to get here. It's very easy to get to different activities. And most like we have zip lines. We have cenotes very close in Puerto Morelos. We have a crocodile zoo nearby. We have Xcaret, you name it. Like we are in between Cancun, in between Playa del Carmen, very close to Tulum. Yes, and it's just like one highway, very easy to get there, very easy to get to every
And the location,
activity.
as you mentioned, being close to the airport, remember, it makes the transportation costs better for your guests.
That's a selling point, definitely.
Yes, and you're usually like the first stop. Even if you're sharing
Yes.
transportation, this is usually the first stop.
Remember, Hola Weddings does not share transportation unless it is with your wedding party. So
Amazing.
something important to keep in mind. I like to mention that. Another question, what would you say are the most unique and compelling selling points for Dreams Natura?
So that's one that's been said, like our distance from the airport. I would say one of our main selling points, it's something that we have talked about, like we have a spot and a space for everyone. You know, we have the kids club, which a couple months ago we have a master chef activity and section. So they come and videotape, you know, an activity with the kids, and we keep that activity, you know. So the kids are doing many different things the whole time. They have a blast every time. And then we have like the teenagers area. So it's not just kids. We think about teenagers also. And yeah, at some point, if you have, you know, kids different ages, you can be at the pool, and then your baby can be at the kids club, and then your teenager can be at the core zone, and then you get to enjoy at least 2 hours. You know? So I think that's exactly, that's one of our, what I have seen, that's one of our most important things, because couples are concerned about their guests also, you know, they want and they're seeking for them to enjoy also, and that's something that they think of the kids, of the family. And I think we are a resort that has all of that in one spot, that you don't have to, you know, be moving around a lot. So
intimate.
And my favorite, it's the cave. Our selling point, it's unique. No one else has that. And I'm going to say this to the brides. This spa cave, it's an additional for the grooms. Like, I do all the sites from the resort, and I meet with the couples. So it's funny when I go and do the sites, and I see all the venues, the infinity pool, the rooftop, and they get in love with the venues. And then when I stop by to the spa, it's when I see a reaction from the grooms. So they go like, oh. And my favorite quote, because on the spa we have like the bridal suites also, no?
Yeah.
So, and I get to ask, and the grooms, we don't have a groom suite, we just have bridal suites, because grooms get ready in 40 minutes. Yeah. So, but when they see the cave and what we have done in the after party, they just come up with to the cave and say, have whatever you want. Have the infinity, have whatever. I just want the after party.
Give me the after party as a spa cave.
The after party, it's a groom thing. It's a groom.
For sure.
Yeah, so I would say that's...
It's just fantastic. It's unique. That's what I can say. I know that we tend to say beautiful, amazing, but this is unique. You don't see that in other resorts. And you also have, like, speaking about what is interesting about this property, you have a lazy river.
Yes, I was going to say that, and to complement what Edith just told us, the lazy river, it's a part of the unlimited luxury. It took me like 3 days to find it. Honestly,
it's there. I promise, it's there.
But there is a lazy river. We have also
the water slides.
The water slides, a roll glider, and a climbing wall. Did you know that?
Yeah.
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 Yes, and a climbing wall. So the roll glider is for everyone. The water slides as well. It's not
like for adults as well.
Right. I would like to say, like, for people young at heart. No, it's not just for kids only. Adults can go in there and experience everything that Dreams Natura has to offer as a part of the unlimited luxury.
Yes. Oh, that's great to know that it's for adults as well. That's really important. Sometimes you may hear about a water park, but is it a water park without adults enjoying it? I'm not sure, but this one, it sure is a water park. So that's fantastic, ladies. Okay, let's go to another question. We have some couples that they say they need to invite their niece, their nephew, their son. So that's why they choose a family-friendly property. But they are also looking for an upgraded experience, for something adults only. Do you have something in mind for them?
So we do have the preferred club. It comes with a preferred pool that is for adults only. It has like your own pool concierge. It has upgraded bar, for example. So it gives you a different experience, different ambience, I'd say more relaxed and tranquil. And it also has, like, we also offer Bordeaux, our French restaurant, which is an adults only experience. So if you're coming with family, if you have kids, you can ask them to be at the Explorers Club, enjoying themselves with the Master Chef activity while you have this dinner. And I would say that that's the most romantic experience, adults only restaurant that we have. And couples, they do enjoy. Like large families, they do enjoy as well. We have the wine cellar as well.
That's where we had dinner before.
Yes, the wine cellar.
That dinner.
It's a private experience. It's more like pairing like wine with our cuisine. Our French chef, they like curated a menu for you. So that's an additional, of course, but that's something that we do offer as well.
That's fantastic. Perfect. Adults happy, children happy, teenagers happy. Don't forget about the teenagers. They are also enjoying themselves here. Okay, that's fantastic. And now you have a special promo for the bonfire. So please don't miss out the opportunity to let our audience know about it.
Yes. So for 2026 weddings from January to June, July, we're upgrading the rehearsal dinner included for 30 guests. So we're upgrading that to a bonfire. Okay, and Denise will explain the other half of that promotion, booking Beyond Memorable package.
Really important, which is the most complete package. That's perfect, but it's just a beautiful experience.
Yeah, it's unique. It's as I always like to explain it. Like if you don't have any of your events at the beach during the wedding day, you know, if you don't have ceremony or reception at the beach or cocktail, doing a bonfire prior, it just gives you and the guests the, you know,
of a destination wedding,
the beach vibe. It's an event that everyone enjoys. You know, it's not just adult. Like,
and it's
kids have a
different.
blast.
It's different that what you used to see. Oh, that's beautiful.
And it gives you all the feels that you're in Mexico. You know, with the bonfire, we do this taco party. So you got this Mexican flair towards your wedding for the first day, let's say, no? The icebreaker, and like people love it. It's not just the bonfire, but also a photo opportunity, like with the tent and the lights and the string lights. It does come with a lot of things, upgraded things that you will enjoy. And as mentioned, it's for 30 people, which is like the number of guests included in the rehearsal dinner, but you can add on. So you can invite everyone. No?
That's fantastic. And remember, I told you that they also have a special promo for the Spa Cape. But if you want more information, we will be happy to give it to you. Just leave a comment in the comment section. And thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, my name is Cecil from the sales team at Hola Weddings. And
This is Siret from Dreams Natura.
And
this is Denise from Dreams Natura.
Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and to leave any comments. Give us a like. That helps us a lot to reach more couples looking to get married in the paradise. And just let us know if you have any questions. We'll be happy to help you. Bye.
Bye.